Welcome again to Joe Stunner Boxing. There's some very sad news today, very sad news about Joe Gallagher, a Mancunian trainer, former trainer of the year, I believe, 10, 12 years ago now, whatever it was. He's 56 years old and he's been diagnosed with stage 4 bowel and liver cancer. Now, for those that don't know anything about cancer, stage 4 is as bad as it gets. There is no stage 5, if you take my meaning. I mean, some of the people that he currently still trains, Tasha Jonas, manages her as well, I think, has done for, if not all, in most of her career, taking her to world titles. Anthony Crolla was another one of his fighters, Scott Quigg, the Smith brothers, Matthew Macklin, I think, had a stint with Gallagher. It's just very, very sad whenever you hear something like this. And Gallagher said, it's been a lot taken over the past few months. I just wanted to carry on as normal as possible while I tried to process things. I would like to say no matter how busy life gets, your health should always come first. We can overlook things and put things off because we're always so busy. But ultimately, there's nothing more important than your health. I didn't have any major symptoms. So if you feel something isn't right, no matter how small, please don't be put off. Please go and get it checked. It could save your life. I want to thank my family, friends, my fighters, and the people I've been able to confide in so far on this journey. Their support has been incredible. And he's still working corners. He's got the fighter on the February the 22nd, Bill Mohammed Alakal. That's over in Riyadh, of course. He's training Jonas for her fight with Lauren Price. He's also training Lawrence Coley, who's got his April the 5th fight with Richard Riakporhe. And he went on to say, I know I have to prioritise my health at this time, yet boxing's given me that bit of escapism I need right now. As I go through my own battle, being around an incredible team of fighters is helping me continue to do what I love. I've only just begun my fight back against this disease. There's still so much I'm processing, which is very hard to talk about right now. It's also a very difficult time for my family and friends too. And you know, Joe Gallagher as a trainer is not everyone's cup of tea. There have been accusations that he's let his fighters go on for too long in fights. But there's no doubt, you know, he's had some winners, he's had some world champs. And cancer's never a joke, because even if you catch it very early, but stage 4 is, that's some serious stuff right there. And I think I first became aware of Joe Gallagher through Phil Martin's Champs Camp. In fact, I think Joe still wears a Champs Camp emblem or slogan or logo on some of his get-up. For those that aren't aware, Phil Martin started this Manchester boxing gym, the Champs Camp. And his fighters, to start with, were very often on the right-hand side of the bill. I remember seeing a few of them, actually, at various times. Paul Silky Jones was in the Champs Camp for a while. Cruiserweight guy. Carl the Cat Thompson. I saw him fight. Was it Wayne Ellis? No, Wayne Ellis was I saw him fight at Champs Camp fight. I can't remember who it was. But the thing was that Phil Martin, starting up this gym, really gave a lot of these young lads, you know, an opportunity to learn the trade, to get the discipline, to do all those things that traditionally boxing has helped with, and to get fights. And they were nearly always on the right-hand side of the card, you know, picking up or losing dodgy decisions. But they always gave value for money. And I think Joe was kind of an apprentice, if you like, of Phil Martin's. And Phil, unfortunately, died very, very young himself. He died of cancer as well, I think. And it was considered to be a major tragedy, not just obviously for Phil Martin and his family, but for Manchester boxing and for all those lads that had been given a little bit of meaning in life. whereas previously there was none, thanks to the efforts of Phil Martin. He was kind of almost like a Mancunian version of, the fellow from Sheffield, Ingle. Brendan Ingle had a massive, massive effect on so many lives positively. But unfortunately, Phil Martin was denied the longevity that Brendan Ingle had. Brendan lived to be quite an old man, quite an old age anyway, whereas Phil died young. I think he was in his 40s, I think. But anyway, I'm sort of just, my mind's wandering here. Anyway, all the best to Joe Gallagher. Here's hoping. He's going to have chemotherapy, he says, which is probably the only option left to him if he's got stage 4 cancer. But we'll see. Fingers crossed, toes crossed, everything else crossed for Joe Gallagher. Much love. Anyway, if you've got any comments, leave them below. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and hit the like button. And I'll catch you later. Bye for now.